Guys, Wayne's Butler here. Well, I guess it's been a while. I actually didn't think I was going to be doing any videos anytime soon, but I have been trying for the last couple of weeks. Now, I actually made a video last week, and I tried to upload it 3 times. YouTube wouldn't accept it, or it would stay in my video manager and just say processing. But the other reason why I haven't been around too much on Skype and stuff is I've been having a lot of computer problems, as some of you guys out there already know. When I'm on Skype, I can't use my computer, and when I use my computer, I can't go on Skype. I usually get an icon that comes up that says that you have high memory usage and close the program, and it usually closes my Skype off. So I've been having computer problems. That's one of the main things. The other thing is, well, I know some of you guys out there know that through some PMs and stuff that you guys have been sending me, I've had my own little issues with this DX12, or more specifically the review. It generated a lot of anger in me, I guess, or not really anger, but more frustration. Now I'm a old man, as a lot of you guys know. I'm a 53-year-old man. I've been around this world for a long time, and I've seen a lot of things, but I haven't really become accustomed to this whole social media thing. You know, the Facebooks and the forums and the freaks boards, and you know, I'm just barely trying to get used to YouTube. So that whole experience really kind of bummed me out and burned me, and I was really kind of just sick and tired of the whole thing, you know. And but I'm over it now. I do want to apologize during that period, or during that review. I probably left a few backhanded comments to, you know, some of the people that have given me a lot of support. Now, you guys know, got my hair in the back of my neck kind of was standing up, responding to some of these comments, and you know, a bit of a shitstorm started. And unfortunately, when the shit started flying, some of my friends got covered in it. So, apologize for that. But anyways, and the other issue is, and probably the main issue as far as the future of my collecting goes, is the size of the figures, quarter scale, 1/6 scale. Now, as you can see here, yes, this video is not going to be really clear. The lighting's not good in this room, but I've done a couple changes to the quarter scale stuff. We'll get over to that. This is just more or less, like I say, just an update. I'm just telling you guys what the hell's going on. Don't judge the video. Just listen to what I have to say, because that's, you know, what the video's for. Anyways, so when I got this DX12 was the first 1/6 scale figure that I opened since the quarter scale stuff. Now, when I opened the box and looked at it, I knew I was in trouble, and was why I was probably overly critical of the DX12. I mean, it's an awesome figure. It's better than the DX2 for sure. It looks great with this custom cape, you know, all that sort of stuff. But it just didn't wow me, because you know, sadly, I have become a slave to quarter scale. When I got that, you know, that quarter scale Interbay, now you guys know I was pretty hard on the figure at first, but I proudly ate my words. And I mean, quarter scale just brings more of the detail, you know, the reason why I collect. I mean, the reason why we collect these figures is because of the movie accuracy and the detail, and 1/4 just brings it to that next level. And once you get a taste of that, you know, once you taste steak, it's pretty hard to go back to hamburger. But hear me, guys, I'm not disrespecting the 1/6 scale world. My house is filled with these figures. You know, it's not that I won't collect another one. It's just going to have to be something pretty, you know, pretty awesome. You know, and plus I'm going to be getting a quarter scale version of this DX12 anyways. That, you know, that played into it. So I was kind of hard on the figure. But as you guys know, it's, you know, there's been a lot more reviews out there, and I actually been kind of avoiding watching them. I was, you know, kind of lost interest in people's opinion on the thing. So I apologize that I haven't commented on your video. It wasn't any disrespect to you, toward you personally, although, you know, it's kind of how it looks. I was just bummed about the figure. I just bummed about what had happened, and I didn't care what people's opinions were of the figure. And like I said, for that, you know, again, I apologize. I didn't mean any disrespect. It's just where I was at. You know, it's where I've been at for the last 30 days here. But, you know, time heals all wounds, and you know, you see you got the custom cape on here. Again, the lighting's not great. It's nice. Lance did a good job. It's the right length. Now I've attached it the same way. Clipper, he put a video out a little while ago where he talked about the clips. Now what I had done, because I'm never going to use the factory cape, I actually cut the clips off the factory cape and basically installed this cape on the same way. Now you can try and glue these clips onto the cape. I don't recommend doing that, especially if you're going to use crazy glue. Use a really thick glue if you want to glue them onto the cape. But the actual best way to do it, there is two little holes that you'll see. The best way to do it is this: basically just sew it on in the same location that in the same way it's sewed on the factory cape, and install the cape that way. That's how this is installed. So that's just a little tip for you guys out there if you want to use it. Jamming it in there. There isn't the tail on this well, at least the cape that I got, the tail on the end really isn't that long. It isn't as long as the DX02 ones that he was making. So it's a lot harder to shove the cape in there, but I know a lot of you guys out there already have the cape, and you've probably already figured something out. So anyways, that's that. And as you can see beside it, you got the 89. Right now, as of now, as far as 1/6 scale figures go, this is the best Batman 1/6 scale version of a Batman that's been done. Now that we're kind of at the end of the line, there's basically no more Batmans coming other than the comic book one, and whatever happened to this Arkham City one that Sideshow was supposed to do. I don't know what happened to that. But I mean, other than that, we're kind of at the end of the line for Batmans. Unless Hot Toys decides to do a 2.0 Dark Knight Rises, who knows? So this is actually my favorite 1/6 Batman right now, and I was actually a little concerned prior to the Dark Knight Rises figure coming out that this may lose its spot, but not even close, my friends. This is the perfect Batman. Cowl, piers, the suit, no nonsense. Great figure. Great figure. Can't say enough good things about it. So glad I got it. So anyways, zip over here to the quarter scale stuff. I've done some changes here, as you can see. I finally got the trigger from Interbay. Thanks for that. It took a couple months, but it came. I sent them a thank you email today, and they sent me one back saying, if I have any questions, there's a lot of new stuff coming out. Feel free to call. So now I can say that their customer service was, definitely better than Hot Toys. I can guarantee you that. And yeah, here's all the changes I've done here. I put a rock wall in the back here, very similar to the 89. Kind of like the 89 when I started doing it. I didn't really like the look of it, and I was about to throw it out. And I started to kind of tear it apart, and when I peeled all the stuff off that I used to create the stone effect underneath was something that looked really good, so I ended up painting it up just to see how it looked, and I ended up using it here. So just a little change. It's held in there with magnets. It pretty well has to be. This is a bit of a process to get this figure out. You have to take the top off, then you have to unclip the backdrop and pull it out, and then you pull the outer shell out. So it's a bit of a process, but hopefully you can see the detail. I'm going to try and upload this video in 720. And the focus is kind of screwing up here, so let's hope I can keep this fairly sharp. But I mean, how can you not love that, These two figures here are the two Guardians. And they've been doing an awful good job. I mean, I love this figure, guys. I love this figure. I mean, I'm kind of glad Hot Toys is doing the Dark Knight Rises, but if something happened where they didn't do it, I would be disappointed, I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm very, very satisfied. It's been a long road, but that's my favorite view right there, the side shot. That's my favorite shot right there. And you can see the rock wall. I got some moss in there, brown and blacks. I mean, a lot of the detail isn't going to show up here. Trying to give you all the angles I can here, guys. You can kind of appreciate this. I mean, like, this figure isn't perfect. I'm over that part of it, but I mean, there's just so much more awesomeness to the figure. Love it. And like I say, I got the RPG pose with it. I did have this thing. I did have this Academy Award or Oscar sitting in the case there. Just didn't look right, but you know, it was in there. Anyways, and we're just going to finish off here. I'm going to look at the Spider-Man for a minute. I want to talk about this movie. I actually bought the Blu-ray there last week, watched the movie. I'm still kind of warming up to the new suit. Right now, this is still my favorite version. And love the movie. You know, actually, well, I didn't love the movie. I thought it was a really, really good movie. A really good movie. I actually love Andrew Garfield's take on it. I actually like Andrew Garfield as an actor. I just, you know, like his acting. I liked him in Social Network. I also liked him in The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, and kind of the funny tie-in with Andrew Garfield and Heath Ledger. They were both in that movie. Heath Ledger actually died during the filming of that movie, as a lot of you guys obviously know. If you watch the movie, he's only in it for about 10 minutes, and then Andrew Garfield kind of comes in and kind of takes over his role kind of in the movie. It's kind of a bizarre movie, but it actually is well worth watching, believe it or not. So if you haven't checked that out, it's an old movie, so but I'm sure a lot of you guys out there have seen it. But anyways, guys, that's kind of where I'm at here. You know, I'm basically just going to be collecting quarter scale from now on. If you know what they come out with in the future, who knows? Like I say never. But I'm thinking of Dark Knight Rises. I'm thinking of anybody's supposed to be doing a quarter scale RoboCop. But I will tell you one figure, just to finish off here. If I could pick a quarter scale figure that wasn't Batman, what would it be? Well, right now I would absolutely love to see a quarter scale Assassin's Creed 3 figure. Absolutely love that version. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a 1/6. I mean, they already did one already, but I would actually love to see that in a figure. I actually love the Native Indian influence in it. I have actually a lot of love and affection for the Native Indian. I was actually born and raised on an Indian reserve in Northern Ontario, so I mean a lot of them were my best friends. I grew up with a lot of them, so I do have a lot of respect for them. I know there's a lot of minorities out there have gotten a raw deal in history over the last century, but you can't forget the Native Indian, because unfortunately they got one of the rawest deals of all in the early history of North America. But I don't want to get off on a rant like that. But like I say, it's just going to be quarter scale from now on for the most part. Don't be too hard on me. We're all in the same tree here. We're all in the same tree. We're all just on different branches. We're all nurtured by the same rain. We're all planted in the same soil. So I'm still going to be around. I'm still going to be doing bases and stuff, but obviously just not as much as maybe some of you guys would like. But like I said before, never say never. I have eaten my words before, and I may be eating the ones I just spoke here in this video. So I hope this has satisfied some of you guys out there. We'll see if we can do some more videos. I hope this one is going to be well received. I'm still a little bit gun shy, to be honest with you guys, but I am doing my best. So anyways, Wayne's Butler signing off. Peace and love to all.